Mm. Hello everyone, my name is Hamza Sharoz Ali Gujar. Today I'm going to present a presentation about the professional practices in early childhood education in the care. So first of all, we will talk about the introduction. Early child education and care, also known as ECFC, helps grow child learning development and feel better. In this process, educators play an important role by helping, showing good examples and guiding students while observing an early childhood services. I examines how the educators use knowledge from the learning theories and how the team cooperate and what makes learning environment open to all. Service content. The setting I observed was a community-based long-day care center found in neighborhoods where many cultures are represented. Families in the studies come from various backgrounds, including migrants who recently settled here, Australian families with a history of migrations, and the families from the all kind of the languages and communications and communities. This includes both local and international events like those related to the environmental and the other culture festivals because this child feel linked to the world, develop a sense of the observations to others. Additional after the COVID pandemics has influenced how the centers look after the health, safety, well-being of its residents, require both resistance abilities. So observations and professional practices. The rooms were designed in organization, like in well-way, welcome way for the learner's child experience many fun activities just like role-playing, building things, art, crafts, reading, maths, games, and running around the centers. Teacher make sure their lessons were supported by the plenty of the fun activity, taking into account what interested the child is. Staff member interact with the child in the way of the full warming respect and responsibility. Yet there is still an opportunity to make sure their central practices are more consistent, especially to make sure the central things are good, applying strategy to every classes. So the theme, that is the main thing about as important aspect of the services was how staff work together as a team. Check-ins make it possible to discuss child achievement, difficulties, and how the best help them. Members of different teams support each other as an introduction new approach by it's being clear that everyone is not treated the same way, which when making decisions. Valuing every member's input and encouraging them to practices could develop the team and improvement of its shared practices. So we talk about the stuffing arrangements. The stuffing arrangement. Each members of the staff have a well-defined role, led by the room leaders assigned by the assistant educators supported by the additional staff. The number of the staff to the child was a proper ensure the safety and responsibilities need. Employees were flexible and ready to change with the new demands. Staff shortage occasionally occurred, leading to some delays in the transitions people or the decreased levels of supervisions. Such experience shows that the having advanced plans requires support for the staff is virtual. Beyond the approach. The services rely on the social culture theories and specific highlight social constructions by the way code sky which teach students to work together build their knowledge through interactions educators replies and relies on the sorry play based learning as a foundation and make sure to build further on what the students learn. These VFLFs V 2.0 principle, secure connection, high standard, and culture awareness can be noticed in the preparation and delivery of the tasks. Interested and interesting in the insights turns in the project that blend art, science, literature work, showing how theories connect to the real life practices. Assessments and the feedback. That is an important thing that we observe. Observational learning stories and making up portfolio helped us see the whole picture how each student and child was improving. Teacher took time to reflect using the assessment result design future activities. There were a strong involvement of the parents at the meetings and through new settlements. Yet more could be done by the gathering presentation aspect decisions. Parents taking parts in the setting goals enhance their relationship with the servers, providers, and learning, remaining the both in the house and in the services. Now we'll talk about the NQF and the EYLE 2.0 interaction. The services show the good alignment with the National Quality Framework and Early Year Learning Framework V 2.0. Practices were planned to help children make their own choices, understanding different cultures, and the well state and well being. Both movement acknowledge even help students achieve my learning goals. With this, make the divisions and the process by decision recognitions what happens in the class settings, educators improve the area and address area in the according to the work. So now we will talk about the philosophy and the policy alignments. My goals when the teaching young peoples is to treat them with the respect, making sure they'll feel included, encourage them to learn by themselves. This match that's approach they take which is based on the working with the families, understanding individually and including everyone, health and safety policies, rules about the behavior and the program to have these values. But having the same policy in the room could help philosopher and practice come together in the strong way. Inclusive practices. The people from the all culture were spotted through the use of the matching materials, special celebration, different vari- ways of helping children with a special need. The team took step to increase their awareness of the culture issues and teach in more extraordinary ways. And method working to encourage in the regulation routines can enable the recognition and celebration of the every student's background need. A student and teacher could spend more time designing resources together with the families or writing personal learning plans for the students who require a special treatment or special support. Family engagement. The families are seen partners into the team, proactive, including sending regular new settlements, gathering opportunities through the surveying using suggestion box and regional workshops from the family members. On the culture sharing days, families play an important role in the shaping the classroom environment by sharing their traditionals, language, and the experience. The service could boost engagement by the offering parents more chance to involve and letting them join with the decisions about this thing. So now we're going to talk about the learning environment. The learning environment is the classroom is arranged to encourage children to think and take part. This setting includes different areas for the virtual interests such as reading, writing, building, exploring with a sense. Such areas have the natural features like gardening, sand pens, and climbing sports, helping teachers stay proactive in different activities. Protecting child, providing good supervisions are important as a room to make promoting learning, creating, and getting along with others. Positive interactions and the supervisions. Teachers were attractive attentions when watching child seeking a balance between them with the safety and allow them to explore the more independency. Staff was encouraged to treat each other respectfully and knowing how to resolve conflicts. Routine safety checks were done. Staff trained on the emergency procedure each way at the end of the week and start of the week. With these steps, children were able to play safety and gain meaningful experience for the environment of the class. Areas for the improvement, which is some I consider that this should be improved with the time frame or with the passage of the time. To the service excels greatly, it can be improved in the central ways. Professional development, talking about the classroom practices can help our teacher to be more constant. Opening up the planning process to family suggestions could be done more regulation. Inviting all members of the staff to participate in the reflection meetings and plan can improve team coordination. So now we're going to talk about the conclusion, the key play of these things. To summarize this point out, how important these kind of the things are in the early childhood education when the educators support their teaching with the both national guideline learning theories, and every student feels the better sport, better opportunities, the more likely to succeed in the classroom. For environmental, these responds well to be need of the learners. All stakeholders should be reflect and calibrate regularly. Thank you. This is for my side. If you have any kind of the question, you can ask me. So I'm going to end this meeting right now. Thank you.